Good Monday morning, Smarties. Here we are starting a new week off. This tip today is what happened to my comps? Why'd they go down? What occurred? Something happened. We'll get to more of that in a second. So, we'll be talking about what happened to all the comps. Been getting a lot of questions on this, and I've looked into it. But first, we got the max button blocker. This is for VGT bingo style games. The old and new style games. This prevents you from hitting that max button that can go all the way up to a 400 credit bet, $100 bet. So this is in the shop now if you're interested in it. So comps have been kind of on the way down for a lot of people across the board. I kept getting the questions, hey, my comp's gone down, my comp's gone down. I noticed mine had gone down as well, so I went and dig into it and sort of try to find out what happened. So unfortunately, I don't have anything from anyone in the industry who would actually email me back or respond, including a host I know and some different people at players' desks. But what I did was I went back to last year this same time and the year before, and I kind of compared my comps. I saved screenshots and all that because I'm just a huge nerd like that. And I noticed that there has been a decline. So in general, my comps for starting January 1 to now have been reduced by about 20%. Now, I've heard other people, now obviously all situations are not the same, but I've heard from a lot of other people that the same thing is occurring. This is happening at MGM, it's happening at Caesar, it's happening at other properties as well. Not the smaller properties, the one-offs, Venetian, all that. Their comps have kind of stayed the same for the most part, but most of the properties, the big ones, have all started reducing comps. So I looked back and I've noticed that my coin in was pretty much the same. So I took my years where my coin in was pretty much the same for the first around 5 to 6 months, and I compared my comp offers. My number of night stays has pretty much stayed consistent of 4 nights comped at pretty much all the properties, but the thing that has changed is free play. Free play has continually gone down. My coin in is the same, my play is the same. I'm playing essentially a range of games from $10, $5, $1 down to quarter. That's pretty much my average range of games on a given trip. My dollars spent are the same. So I'm not really seeing what the deal is, except for a common denominator on the back end, which is stock price and performance in the market. MGM and Caesars have seen absolutely record profits for this last 2 years. However, the stock price for MGM has stayed sort of the same, and Caesars has been somewhat flat, although it's been a little bit better than MGM performance. However, they've realized that people are going to keep coming to the properties no matter what. So I believe what they're trying to do is lower those expectations, trying to drop down the comp some. Now, I've heard people experience free play being down, room comps being down, and food credit being down. This has also been affected with free flight offers. Free flight offers are now for the essentially higher tiered, higher coin in people, in that 250,000 range to 500,000 range, starting in that area of coin in, that is getting really great offers. So it seems what they did was raise the bar. However, I've talked to some other people in those ranges, and they're also noticing that if they stayed their range the same, so if let's say they're in the first 6 months they're $250,000 coin in, and that range is the same, then they're also seeing a decline in those comps, mainly free play. Like I said, it doesn't seem to be that rooms are affected, but free play seems to be the first target. So this could be a common theme going into the rest of 2024 and going into 2025. If I continue to see a reduction, I'm going to update you guys so that you're aware of it. And if you start seeing a reduction, you can kind of say, well, look, this is a common thing going on. If there's enough of us together and we all complain, something might be done. However, don't get your hopes up on something being done in Vegas right now for pretty much anything, because the rails are off as far as profit goes. They are raking in money. People are packing in Vegas constantly. Any chance of a recession affecting that doesn't seem to be anything. Inflation hasn't seemed to have affected it. So we're not sure what's going to affect it. Maybe the changing geopolitical climate, a lot of things going on in the news. Maybe we see more of that affecting Vegas's bottom line, and maybe we see our offers going up. Gamble smart, gamble safe. More